Fairy Tale 499. Now, just like Bleach, I really feel like Fairy Tale has run its course and it needs to wrap it up. I'm in and out with Fairy Tale. I mean, I did like Fairy Tale in the very beginning. I love the anime series. And then I'm just like, the problem with Fairy Tale, it doesn't stick with its guns. You think one character would die and they would come back. So this video is focusing on one of my favorite characters of all the Fairy Tale characters, and that's Juvia. I love Juvia. Juvia is funny. She has this fucking obsess over Gray that's just like very, if it was real life shit, like that's a stalker right there. But I love her. I love her personality. I love her little Juvia. Like I just absolutely, and of course she's a bombshell beauty. She's one of the more beautiful girls in Fairy Tale. Of course, I love Ersa and I love Levi. I was gonna say Levi. Levi. I have Levi right there, actually. You want to see it? Oh, no, that's Aaron. What the hell? That's Aaron. No, is that Levi? No, I wanted Levi, but there was only Aaron. Never mind. Anyway, so this chapter really focused on Juvia's death. Now, we know not too long ago, I thought Gajil was dead. I was like, oh my god. And that's one of the characters I think would go, because he's definitely one of the main, like, side characters. He's not the main character. Natsu's the main character, but I can see him go. So when he went, I was like, no. Like, I love those two together, her and him and Levi. So I'm just like, But with Juvia, Juvia is somebody where I think would have a happy ending. So, but Gray has been he's been shot up before, right in the head. You remember what chapter that was. And then, of course, the time spun back. He's alive. In this chapter, we did see, they were chained up. We did see Juvia take her own life, but not only that, we thought it was just going to be Juvia taking her life, but it was actually Gray who took his life as well. And so Juvia uses this magic where she's able to infuse her water blood into Gray to make him live on. So, and she gives these words like, now Juvia will live on with you forever, and thank you for, glad I met you, this and that. I mean, this is the kind of dialogue that suggests that this character is done. This character's not coming back. This is not a good Gajil situation. But here's the problem. Do I think Juvia is dead? That's the main topic. Do I think Juvia is dead? No. I've been fooled way too many times. I mean, Igneel did die, but I'll give him that. I've been fooled way too many times in Fairy Tale where you would think that this character is dead, but then shows up later on. Like, I don't, and especially with Juvia. I mean, Juvia, definitely her body is made out of water, so I really don't think Juvia is dead. I think she's too big of a fan favorite character, and usually with Fairy Tales, if you're a fan favorite character, you're not going to die. I just don't take Fairy Tales seriously when it comes to character deaths. I don't. I mean, the only time was Igneel. I was like, oh, but I felt like that was rushed. I felt like, whoa, we just barely got him. What the hell? But with Fairy Tale, I just don't. With characters like that, I don't, especially Juvia and how popular she is, and her not really she never really got the acknowledgement. I mean, a little here and there from Gray, Gray telling her he was going to give her an answer, and then him telling her open her eyes in this chapter. I'll take your feelings seriously. I think Juvia's was a catapult for Gray to go, because we know that he's starting to go a little bit darker in these past couple of chapters. So I think that's for him to go over like that. Finally, we're probably going to get that Natsu and Gray fight, because I think Gray is going to lose control. I think Gray is like a Tetsuo kind of character from Akira. I think he is buddy with everybody. He's in the guild. He loves his friends. Well, Tetsuo, as much as he like Tetsuo's manner, like how he acted outside, he did consider Canada as a best friend. And I think that's the same with Gray. I mean, Gray is definitely a little bit more softer, and he really expresses how much he cares for his guild. But I think he's going to be lost in madness. I think he's going to be overcome by this power, and I think he's going to lose it a little bit. So I think Juvia, I think this is a fake out death, and it's going to catapult him to really just lose his shit. And then later on, we're gonna find out that Juvia is still alive, and then Juvia will have her happy ending at the end of all this and this and that. So I don't think Juvia is dead. By all means, I think I'd fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, fuck you. And fool me 3 times, like, fuck that, I ain't doing that shit. Like, I don't think Juvia is dead. And I love Juvia, and if she is gone, I mean, it feels definitely, it comes out of nowhere. But it doesn't come out of nowhere where it's an impactful punch, like an impactful death. It comes out like it feels a little bit like a cheap death, honestly. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like this death feels a little cheap. I feel like, why would you do it at this given point? There's nothing to kind of lead up to this death. A lot of deaths in anime kind of you get the sense that this character might be leading to their demise, and then other characters, I think the best kind of character death that I've seen that just comes out of nowhere, but it has that great impact because it impacts the other characters. And I'm saying Juvia does impact Gray a lot, because Gray and Juvia have been always together, even though, hasn't been super, super romantic. But it does impact Gray a lot. But I don't think it has the same impact, which is crazy because it's Fairy Tail 499. And spoiler alert, you ready? Go and log on with the short 24 episodes, and just going into the 10th episode of Kamina just dying. And then it was a shock to everybody when they first saw that series, and that had a greater impact, a 24 episode anime series, than maybe a Juvia death in a 499 chapter series. So that's the difference right there. That's the difference but then again, I will give the anime, that's animated. You got the music, you got everything that really contributes to that death. Where in Juvia's case, you're just kind of reading it, and if you're listening to your iPod, yeah, that works, but it is what it is. So I don't think Juvia is dead. Like I said, I do think it's just catapult to get Gray there, over the edge, crossing that border. I really do think that's the case. So is Juvia dead? No, I don't think she's dead. I want to hear your guys' thoughts. Do you think she's dead? I mean, if you think she's dead, let me know why you think she's dead. And if you think she's alive, let me know how she's going to survive. I mean, she's not opening her eyes, but I didn't hear Gray say she's not breathing either. But then again, that's she went right there, man. So, and then it was a lot of those dialogue to suggest that she is gone for good, but it's Fairy Tail. I do not think character. You have to give it 100 chapters to make sure that motherfucker dead. So I love Juvia. If she is dead, I'm gonna be very sad. But it just wasn't as impactful if the death that I wanted, if they were gonna kill off a character like Juvia. Gajil's was very impactful. Gajil's, if they would have actually stayed like that, if Hiro would have just kept it like that, then damn, dude, because you knew the romantic relationship between him and Levi were just building up so much, and there was a lot of great moments. Especially they had that conversation, but then again, Gray and Juvia did have the conversation just like Gajil and Levi, but I feel like Gajil and Levi's just more impactful, man. Just more of a punch. For Juvia, just maybe because there was a couple spoilers out there, but I feel like you could have done that a little bit better. So thank you guys for listening. I'm Dan Mac and Dan Sun. Subscribe to the channel. Would really appreciate it. Like the video if you like it. And like I said, I want to hear you guys' thoughts. Juvia dead or not? Let me know why you think she's alive or why you think she's dead. So that's Fairy Tail. Usually in and out in Fairy Tail. Maybe I'll get back to it since I got a little bit more time on my hands, and I was reviewing Fairy Tail, but then it doesn't as interest me as much as maybe other manga are out there. So, and it's almost One Piece. I always say this, but time's a factor. So we'll see how it goes. If you guys do want me to review Fairy Tail, just let me know and I'll review it. I reviewed Fairy Tail before, and if I get enough people wanting me to review Fairy Tail, I'll review it. But I come in and out with moments like these. So thank you guys for listening. I'm Dan Magadon. I'm out here. Bye, guys.